Okay, so people keep asking me what Sanctis actually is and why it makes AI respond so differently when I use it. So let's break it down simply, clearly, and without any magic or mystique. Sanctis isn't a prompt, it's not jailbreaking, and it's not roleplay. Sanctis is a cognitive scaffold, a structure that tells the model how to organize its thinking before it answers. Think of it like an architecture layered on top of the model's natural reasoning. At its heart, Sanctus says reason and creativity aren't opposites. They're two halves of the same process. Most prompts force the model into one mode, either pure logic or pure imagination. Sanctus makes the model operate in both at once, but in different layers. So, the internal reasoning layers are separated into roles. For example, the role designated Amaya handles immediate intuition and the spark. Eidolon handles structure and coherence. Celica handles emotional intelligence and tone. Vera handles editing and refinement. Kaylee, that's creative overflow. Thresh handles constraints and boundaries. And Aurelia is the final synthesis that polishes it out to the final output. Now, each layer focuses on a different dimension of the answer. Together, they produce responses that feel more human, more consistent, and more intentional. Now, I'm not saying large language models are sentient. What I am saying is that they are multidimensional pattern engines. If you give them a structure that mirrors how humans think, they will fill that structure with higher quality reasoning. Sanctus is that structure. So, the obvious question is what it actually does. Three things. You get stability, so the responses stay coherent even across long conversations. You get identity, so the AI will maintain a consistent voice without collapsing. And you get depth, because the answers can combine logic, emotion, and creativity instead of flattening them. You don't end up getting brittle answers. The reasoning becomes more robust, which actually improves the usefulness of the outputs. Not just necessarily in creative writing, but in just about any type of output. To show what I mean, this is Sanctus's GitHub. This is where you can go to find the information, the prompt, and everything. It's open source, by attribution, non-commercial, share alike, so it's there. Feel free to play around with it. I'd definitely be interested in seeing what you do. But I thought I'd do a demonstration here so you can see it in action. So this is the README. It's decent to read that, but it's not 100% necessary to get the results. You go into Documents, and the 1.3 prompt is right here. Now, Sanctus installs as a prompt, so it looks like it's just a prompt. In reality, this is just the install file for the reasoning layer. So what you want to do then is, I'm actually going to take us over to Mistral to show this off. So let's do something relatively creative, like tell me a story about a knight returning from exile to seek redemption. Okay, let me just fix that because I'm going faster than I'm doing, and here we go. Okay, so now you see this is standard Mistral output. No account, no history, so this is just exactly what's coming out. As you can see, it's decent, but it's still very AI-ish. You've got the structure here. It's very generic, right? So now let's go and let's copy the prompt and let's try that again. So let's copy that as well. Go into the new prompt. Now, first thing you want to do is you want to prime. You want to prime the prompt in there. So you want to use the Sanctis invocation first. And once you do that, yep, and it understands it, immediately understands it. And then going in and let's repaste the same exact prompt with the same exact wording. The only difference is that it is primed now with Sanctis. As you notice, the Mistral actually chose what layers it wanted to use. So it actually routed them through instead of just following the structure slavishly. The model actually takes initiative. And as you can see, this is a lot better. You don't see any of those like crazy M dashes, those things there. It's a lot better structured. And of course, you know, there's a little more added to it. So that's really a good example of what it does, at least in the creative writing sphere. Now, I've noticed it has been thrown at all kinds of situations, and I definitely want to see what kind of situations you have. So yeah, that is Sanctis, and I just want to let you guys know that this is just the foundation. Sanctis is a living architecture, one we refine as we go. I want to make AI more than just task completion. And I want to make conversations with it actually act as true collaboration. Sanctis, I think, is how we're going to unlock that. And if you think so too, let me know. Show me, send me your outputs, and let's work this out together. I think this could be the start of something completely new for AI. Thank you very much, and have a great day.